So I'm suggesting that we let in the private sector to compete with the county monopoly. In other words, break the monopoly, let the county operate its system, and let the private sector compete. And I think that will be the law of the state, hopefully by next July, and there will be relief for our Montgomery County citizens. The solution that I'm suggesting for Montgomery County was imposed on Worcester by state legislation, and it worked beautifully. The county is transitioning out of the liquor business on the Eastern Shore. This is Ocean City, and they're phasing in the private sector, which is so much better trained and more experienced as far as customer service and customer selection. They understand how to sell alcohol in a way which is protected but also good for the local economy. The solution is to open the system up and hopefully within a few years get the county completely out of the liquor business. It's not what the county's good at. It's not what government should be doing. It's something traditionally that the private sector does, and so we're going to try to move Montgomery County into the 21st century. I've lived in Montgomery County for 35 years. I love the county, and I'm doing this because it's important that we change the current procedure.
And what's been the reaction from people about your take on the legislation?
Oh, this is wildly enthusiastic. Montgomery County citizens hate the idea of having to go to the county-run liquor system for retail for their spirits. And the business community is just apoplectic about the current system. It just doesn't work. It's broken, interferes with their business, adds costs. So this is enormously popular. I would say the polling shows that 70% of the public are strongly in favor of moving away from the monopoly and allowing the private sector to compete. So I think it will happen. There's some resistance from folks, but I think there are answers to most of their complaints, and we just have to all work together and make sure we do what's right for our citizens.
And what about your critics? What are they saying, and what's your response to them?
Well, the critics claim that these are county employees, and that's true, who are unionized, but there are private sector unions that can represent these workers in the private sector. And they also claim that there's $25 to $30 million in profit from the county alcohol monopoly program. Well, there is, but that's like a tax on the people that shop there because it comes from high prices and bad service. And it's a lot of money, but relatively small compared to the $5 billion county budget. So I'm sure that the increased economic activity from bringing the private sector into the liquor system will very quickly replace the revenue that the county might lose. There's folks that are in Montgomery County right now, 1 million of them, affluent people, who don't have any freedom of selection because this is a monopoly, who have to pay the higher prices. It's like a huge tax that's imposed upon them. And they don't even get a good selection or good service or good prices. And that's why they all flock to Morris Miller and Calvert Woodley and stores like that in the District of Columbia that are located just over the county line. And there's a reason that those stores do just a landslide amount of business. It's because the county system is so broken.